Hello everyone, welcome to Capsule Cast, week 6. I am your host, Xmat, joined here by my lovely co-host, Destiny.
Hello.
And a very special guest, coach of GT, and fellow Giro lover, Zal.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. How is everyone? Everyone good?
Yeah,
Doing great.
my foot
Please.
fell asleep.
Rip. Okay, cool. Let's get into match numero uno if you guys are all ready.
Yes, this was muscle versus androids, wasn't it?
It was Muscle versus Androids. Now the easiest synopsis for this match is 16 and 17 show with Cell on the side. Bit of, side salad of Cell, because Muscle, I don't think anyone on Muscle did above 30k. King, I think it was Muscle Trunks against 16 start, and he got destroyed as he has many times this season, Muscle Trunks. And then 13 came in and killed, I think he almost killed 16, but he tagged. And then 17 just ran through everyone until I think Broly came in and Cell finished him off. There was literally no good performances from Muscle this week, unfortunately for them. But yeah, kind of a rough one. Good if you're Androids though, 17 popping off.
Was it an elite?
No, it was a 90. I think it was something like 92,000. It was close. It was very close.
Okay.
He's already got an elite this season, so it would have been the second one this season. That would have been pretty crazy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I had noticed. Actually, has 16 been doing good this season? I have not paid attention to him.
I think he's been middling to average. I don't think he's been as good as 16's been previously, like in other seasons. But I could be wrong. What was he? Was he going to say something, Destiny?
I was gonna say that I think at least for right now, 16 is either their second best or their third best character. And funny enough, you could say this is actually one of Android's weakest lineups right now.
Crazily, because Cyborg Tower's so good.
Yeah, and because Cell has not been really hitting the benchmark. Partly because, well, obviously he just hasn't been in, but it's
yeah.
there are some weeks where Cell just doesn't perform.
And Super 17 didn't even have to step in, so that's good.
Yeah, this was a dominant, just victory by Androids. Which is weird, because I think that this match is like a match we've seen a lot over mainly the old season, like bowl finals and stuff, and it's always been close. But this was anything but close.
That's right. It's these two. it's these two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I also did notice one thing in there was 16 still just that melee damage. Holy crap! To censor myself. Jesus, oh my god! I never get over seeing it in action. Just watching it go down by 7k for one combo. It's always amazing.
He's also the best of everyone. I've got Zarbon as a thrower or Raccoon or whatever. He's the best of all of them because he doesn't need to rely on the map. His throw will always do 6k regardless of the map. It doesn't matter. So he is one of the best master throw users, I would argue. So yeah, 16 can be ridiculous.
And this actually would this week have also brought muscles in my division, so I have kind of been keeping track of them. This brought them down to this is 3 loss, or sorry, this would be 3 and 4 for them, right?
They're 2 and 4.
2 and 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. Week 6. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They've not had the best of starts to the season, but
It's
it is known for Muscle to not be the
Yes.
best in main season. If they make it into the playoffs, that's
Yeah.
where you'll probably see ridiculously.
you do
They're
have
not
to
out until.
you have to kind of feel bad a little bit though, because like they are really trying this. It's just they've been either getting unlucky or just haven't been getting their characters to work. Like Broly has not been working since they got him back, and
True.
obviously they're having to work with a technically new Trunks form for them.
They've got
Yeah.
a new character in King Cold, who I mean, luckily has been working most of the time,
Yeah.
but like still,
And it's
They
King
have
Cold's
to.
unfortunately just not enough to make up for the other changes,
like
Yeah.
the other shortcomings, I guess.
you can only do so much, and right now it's really just been on the back of 13 and a little bit of either Cold or Bojack
Mm,
to try to get some wins, but it's like they can only really do so much, and like today they just kind of got steamrolled. Like their best
Yeah.
character got steamrolled, so like not much you can really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Thankfully, Muscle has never been the type of team that ever backs down or stops trying or gives up at all. They're always trying their best to make a comeback, even on when there's like some stuff not working out.
and I'm sure we'll see some different builds floating around for Trunks. Maybe Broly. I think Broly, what I remember in this match, didn't particularly do terrible. I still think he did around 30,000, but like he was just too far gone at the point he
Broly.
came in. Yeah, the thing is they have a build that's worked for him in the past, and I don't know whether they'll just try and continue with that and just hope that it eventually works out, because Broly in the past, he was always inconsistent, but you knew that he would have weeks where he would pop off. So
I don't think they've actually tried that build on him.
it might come out. And then Trunks is just... We'll have to wait and see whether they figure something out with him. But I'm sure that they will. They've got plenty of time left in the season still, so...
Tons.
Tons and tons. GT do it all the time. They're like 6... They're 0-6 by now, and they still come back, so... yeah.
Sure, it is our trademark.
The trademark GT that's going against... It's not happening this season. It's weird. Feels weird. Has everyone said their piece on this match, or any final remarks?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sweet, let's move on to match number 2 then. Now, Budokai versus Busaga, a divisional. South Kai divisional. This was... Honestly, well, it was built up to really entertaining match, and it actually was one of those matches that delivered. Like, this was possibly the most entertaining match of the week, because it literally was a back and forth the entire time. I mean, it literally came down to one bar on early Piccolo and one bar on Evil Boo at the very end. And if only early Piccolo didn't run into a B2. Yeah, it was that unfortunate, really. Like, if he dodged around to the side a bit more, he tried to do a B2, and he just flew into Evil Boo's Kamehameha. But if he was just round the side a bit more, he could have hit him from the side. But alas, it's unfortunate. But what are your thoughts on this match, Destiny?
Honestly, for it to be as close as it did and to really end end how it did, obvious, just shows how good both these teams have been doing this season. And like, at least from hearing it at the time, it was not like Budokai predicted, I think, Evil Boo to be at the start. But it's quite funny that it ended with Boo.
Hmm.
But
the irony.
But I mean, no, it just really goes to show that like you see that 5-1 score right there. Either of these two teams could have gotten it,
Easily, yeah.
and it's
Yeah, that's true.
and it's not like they had bad characters on the bench either. Like Supreme Kai's been doing well for Budokai this season. And
Vegito is Vegito.
yeah, they have and they have the Vegito FA.
hmm Yeah, Supreme Kai's been very, very impressive this season.
Mm.
And of course, like you said, Vegito. Vegito is him. Yeah.
What?
I,
What? Oh, carry on. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, just the one thing I'm just forgetting about the match. Majin Buu did quite well, didn't he? Like Fat Buu.
Yeah. So, from what I remember, I think he maybe took someone out on like the last bar, and then he went even with Adult Gohan, which really surprised me because like Adult won in the end by a couple of thousand HP, but he he kept it even with him, which surprised me because Adult Gohan is a menace and also had a boost of B1 bargains, so it wasn't like he was just going against a normal 7-point build. So Majin Buu, yeah, he held his own against a top character, really. That was very remarkable.
Gotten impressive this season.
He has.
Majin Buu.
100%.
And also, is that Budokai has Budokai has End Goku, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They have early and Goku, and Goku's in the Superman 2 form this season.
And then Goku's got a Fodder Award this season as well, baby. Zero damage.
We gotta love it. I'm really happy that this award exists. I really hope I never get one. But
Same.
I love to see it whenever it does happen.
You hope you never get one, but honestly, it takes some skill to get that award.
It's more skillful than getting an elite. I'll put it that way. Must be a master.
Yeah, but no, this was a very. I agree with most entertaining match of the week for this guy, match 2.
I think part of it was the stakes because it was like whoever wins this, they don't guarantee to win the Kai, right? Like it's still easily Budokai could still bring it back, but it's like a massive like insurance check because okay, if Budokai win next week and Buu Saga lose, it doesn't matter, they're still above them. So it's definitely the stakes combined with how close the match was down to the end, I think really brought it up a level. So yeah, it's good. One thing I would remark that I guess it's an attest to how well Buu Saga have done this off season. Obviously last season they struggled quite a lot, but this lineup does not have the FA in it. Like this is like a lineup that they would have had last season. So they've really built their characters back up. So props to them for doing that. Very good work. Obviously, same to Budokai. But
yes, yeah,
you do have Adult Go on there as well as like a bit of a Adult Go on tax
insurance
policy. But yeah,
I will say that. At least going off of that before we move on here, but yeah, Buu Saga. This is just their 4, but it's like I can't really knock Budokai. Like they have a new NQ form to obviously try this season, and it's been doing really well for them. But I don't. I mean, I obviously don't speak for everybody, but I think most of us are certainly surprised and maybe a little bit proud that Budokai actually got early Piccolo to be a character that people actually have to think about.
He's competent now.
He does things. He does. Damn it! Yeah, it's good. Like to see early Piccolo be considered, you know, good, half decent to good character. Like it's not just oh, early Piccolo, he's bad, and let's not use him. Like, or let's not really be like fearful of him. Like, we don't care. Like, we'll easily win. But it's not like that anymore. It's one of those things.
It's like everyone knew he had the kit to be good. It's just he needed that little bit extra, and with the Demonic Bargain having come out, apparently he did.
See, it's very much like the Raccoon thing for me. Like, they both have the kit. It just there needs to be something to unlock it, and I'm glad that early Piccolo has found the key to unlock his potential. So, was that everything we wanna say regarding this match?
Yes, that clears it all for me.
I was just gonna say, congratulations to both of them, and hope the season still keeps looking bright. But my God, do I hate Adult Gohan?
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way. Moving on to match number 3, my obvious favourite match of the week. We have Rugrats versus Cold. Now, I mean, the rundown on this, we had two characters that did pretty poorly last week going against each other, Goten and Tao. I think both averaged like 10k last week, so both their averages went up this week significantly. Yeah, so Goten wins out in like a close sort of fought contest, and then Paula comes in, finishes Goten off, starts on I think it was GT Goku came in next. Starts working down on GT Goku. Eventually, he transforms and tags out, and brings Zarbon in. No, not Zarbon. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Brings Frieza in. Frieza kills. Oh no, I've got that wrong. It was Cell Jr. that Cooler went against. Now I remember. Yeah, Frieza comes in, finishes Cell Jr. off, does all of GT Goku, dies to a Rayleigh, and then Zarbon comes in and finishes Rayleigh off. So yeah, that was a rundown of this match.
Did Tao hit the field?
Yeah, Tao started. That's what I mean.
Oh, Tao started, right.
Both Tao and GT, both Tao and Goten did like 10k last week, whereas this week they both did like 35 plus. So,
right, yes.
They
Basically
both,
taking each other out.
Yeah, pretty much. They pretty much killed each other, and then the match continued from that point on. But yeah, I mean, obviously bias. Obviously, I think Frieza was probably the MVP of this match because he was just the Nova Strike king. Mixed bit of melee in there too, and he just he shredded through GT Goku. So, anyone else have any thoughts? Destiny, maybe?
Give me a moment. But okay, so say that I had like something come up. Honestly, this is just a match that I think is like, it's really close when you think about it, but the pieces just did not line up.
No.
Like what is it? Like Goten, we've obviously seen him do more than just 35,000, but he hasn't really been in this season, mostly because either he's been benched or Goten's fusion. So this is like one of the few performances where he actually gets to show up, and he didn't really do what everyone has seen him do in testing. And
yeah,
honestly, well, and I'm pretty sure Tao knows the struggle with this character a lot, but at least,
oh god,
in my opinion, I don't. While yes, they got rid of Pan for a season, I don't think it worth it for GT Goku.
Ah,
Only because they can replace Pan with an FA, while GT Goku is like, it's kind of that character like you want him to do well, but most of the time he doesn't because of that
Yeah.
defense negative that hurts him.
yeah.
And most of the time he likes to transform his last bar do nothing. And even then that's rare.
100%.
And even then that's
Agreed.
rare.
Very rare. It's
And-
yeah.
But it's like,
Oh,
Rugrats have just been having an unfortunate time where they kind of have to put their chips into either Gotenks or hope that Orchid Trunks, or sometimes both. Because like this season, Aurelia has been getting has been getting bullied around all season. Like obviously
Yeah.
it's still Aurelia, you have to think about it, but like this has just been super unfortunate. Not to knock your win, by the way, like totally legit win. It's just
yeah, I mean,
Rugrats have been
Rugrats
struggling.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I agree with that completely.
It's like,
one thing. Oh yeah, actually, you go on Destiny.
I was just gonna say, like, even being in the same Kai as them, it's like I don't like seeing teams do this poorly, even if it's like, because it's not completely their fault. They're trying. They're just getting the unfortunate end of the stick.
That's true. It's rough. What was he gonna say, Zal?
So actually, just I had a couple points about it. But so first of all, yeah, 100%. Congrats on the win for Cold. As the pieces didn't fall into place for Rugrats, they totally fell into place for Cold. Those
Oh, yeah.
Nova strikes from Frieza, all that stuff was going great. It was good calls from the Cold characters, and of course Cooler's doing well with his spam and all that stuff. And Tao not disappointing. Good.
He didn't flop.
Yes. But I just it's also to the point where it's, it's not just this week where it's things aren't falling into place for Rugrats, so that's where I get really sympathetic for them, because it's this consistent thing where they're now 1 win and 5 losses, which I know what it's like. Like, I get it. And so it just feels very sad, like not sad, but it's sympathetic to look at them, and you look and you're like, oh my gosh, like they're trying their best, but it's just not working out in these certain areas. And it kind of is an AI thing, I guess, to a degree. And I agree with the GT Goku, excuse me, GT Goku bit about maybe it would have been better off with the just getting an FA to replace Pan.
Bring it down, man.
But but I will say that there is still 8 more weeks. So it's not over for GT Goku. And of all people, Tosh knows him better than I know him as a character. So there's hope there.
Yeah, I want to agree on the, like, it feels bad to watch Rugrats do this, especially considering how notorious, like, of a good team they've been over the years. It's kind of surprising. Thing is, the chips, just as you said, the chips are not falling in place. So, like, this match specifically, I wanted Zarmon against Aurelie, like, regardless of what build Aurelie was on, because he beat Aurelie last season on the attack 2 build that she usually, or attack. I think she was on attack 1 that week. I can't remember. But he beat her that season as well. So that was like the matchup I wanted, and I basically got dice rolled into that matchup, which was lucky. Whereas, like, sometimes I feel like Rugrats aren't getting the look of the dice on that. They're getting matchups that are horrible for them. So, and there's not really much you can do about that in some senses.
Yeah.
You just have to get lucky. Eventually the luck will go your way, matchup wise at least. I think there's stuff that they can do to certain characters. Like Aurelia, I feel like can be probably I don't know, tuned.
That's the bit that confuses me the most. Like not confuses me, but that I've noticed and has kind of gone under the radar. Aurelia is not being herself. Like
No,
I'm not sure if there's an AI change or a build change or like a drastic change, but I don't know. It's just Aurelia. She so often gets stuck in this closer role, which she normally is very good at and notorious for her comebacks, but she hasn't been able to pull it off. So I'm just wondering what could be causing that.
Yeah. It's definitely weird. I think they have had an AI change, so that might be something they look at, maybe go back and change again, but it remains to be seen. I do think as well, I don't know about other matches, but Rugrats didn't seem to have that much of a tagging tendency in this match. Like, I don't know, from what I remember, I don't remember them tagging much all season, so that's another thing where it's like, is that making them lose more? Because tags are very important. Like, Cooler's tag in this match probably won
Critical.
me the game. Yeah, like they can literally swing matches, and if they're not tagging, it can be detrimental to the whole team.
I think I think they've tagged before. It's just generally it's like, okay, Gotenks is on the field, so have one character left. Or sometimes there just isn't anybody to tag to.
Yeah, true.
So, I've just checked. Total number of tag outs, 0 this season.
Oh my god.
That's where they've had at least one.
No, 0.
Wow.
But according to stats, unless there's something on the stats, like, I think they've updated for this week as well, fairly certain. 0. It says 0 for the season. So that is probably not good because everyone else in the league has got tags that I can see.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone
maybe
else.
There's something there for Rugrats. If you guys can find a way to get that to work out, maybe it could actually turn your guys' season around. Because I'm hoping you have a little mini win streak here for the next few weeks.
Do a GT.
Yeah, literally. I'm hoping you guys 7, 8, 9. I'm hoping for wins for you guys.
Bang, bang, bang.
Let's get, yeah.
Well, yeah, like I say, I'm happy with the win, but feel bad for what's going on with Rugrats right now.
Congrats to Cold. Woo! You guys.
Yay!
good record. Good record.
I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Hey,
but
we can't be too sad. We saw Super Saiyan 4 Goku for once.
Yay! He appeared.
And he lived for longer than a combo.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild.
That's mad.
It is the new Super Saiyan 3.
Are we getting ready to get moving on to match number 4?
Yes, absolutely.
Sweet. Right. Okay. So we have Earth Defenders, another 5-1 team, against Sentai Squad, who are 2-4 after this match. Yeah, this is the Krillin and Mid-Vegeta show entirely. So the start of the match, we had Krillin versus Sailwoman, which I think went as everyone expected, but I actually think Sailwoman probably did better than most people thought they would. Well, she would. She did about 35,000 before she went down to Krillin, who is like one of the most consistent, melee machines, tank defense 2 machines in the league. He literally last season was a beast. This season is a beast. Still a beast. He's great. So she went down to Krillin. Saiyaman came in and finished Krillin off. And then went up against Nam. And Nam, surprisingly, against all odds, considering how well he's done this season, beat Saiyaman. But then this is where it all goes wrong. Mid-Vegeta comes in, kills almost kills Raccoon before he tags out. And Berta does most of Berta before he tags back into Raccoon, who dies to Mid Vegeta, and then Berta comes back in, kills Mid Vegeta, leaving just End Vegeta and Berta. And as much as Berta tries to pop a fight, he can't do anything to the might that is End Vegeta. And yeah, it's just the Vegeta and Krillin show. But what are your thoughts on this match, Sal?
So honestly, I don't really know how to sum it up other than, well, okay. For Earth's Defenders, yeah, Krillin, Vegeta, yeah, you guys went crazy. Good job. They're doing their job and more. You guys have got something really good going with them. You know, keep it up. And I like Earth Defenders a lot. 5-1, excellent record. I'm happy for you guys. I hope it keeps up. Sentai. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, poor Sentai.
I really like Raccoon. I really like Birder. I'm iffy on Saiyaman and Saiyawoman. Like as characters, they're cool though, and they're fun to watch in the league. They always have been. So, and then now this week I will note they didn't have Jiren in, who has been a bit of a powerhouse.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to see if having Jiren in would have been a drastic change, or if it might have just, same result. Say having Jiren in instead of, I don't know, whoever performed the worst this week for them.
Well, I think it was maybe Raccoon.
Raccoon, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, no, because you know what? At least they don't have 21 in anymore, so that's good. But other than that, though, yeah, it was a fun match for sure, like to watch. I'm sure not to be the receiving end of the, for Sentai Squad, but it was a pleasing match for the viewership for one thing, and two, the season's not over. Still lots of time for Sentai to. They're only 2-4, so it's not like they're done in by any means. So yeah, I think they can definitely make the comeback, and I think they can make like a really good one.
I think that obviously it's the first week with Raccoon in, right? So they've got time to iron that out, even though I think he was their worst this week. But it's one of them. It's the first time he's been in. He was going against a Vegeta. I'd let him off, really, to be honest.
Yeah, growing pains.
Growing pains. Plus, I mean, there's no shame in losing to this ED team with what they've got at the moment. I mean, 2 Vegetas and Krillin doing what he's doing. Nam actually, doing his 40k. So it's not. There's no shame in it. Like this team, the ED have at the moment are kind of insane. And like you say, no Jiren. So, Destiny,
Yeah.
You have any thoughts?
Most of it is just I agree with all the points that really said. Like, it's really just growing pains for Coop, but it is a little bit unfortunate because Mid Vegeta has been one of the ones that have been kind of slacking this season right now. And this just happened to be the one, and then this just happened to be one of the weeks where he actually got his time to shine. I mean, to be fair, it's pretty hard to outperform End Vegeta, Mid Goku, and Krillin.
Yeah, it's a tall order.
One person has to take the fall, but I mean, Sentai, this was their second Jiren bench. Obviously, they could have benched almost anyone other than whoever they benched week 5 without a boost, obviously. So it was just they decided on the bench, and we'll never know if him being in makes a difference or not, because most of the time when we do see him in, he destroys teams, and I think only had maybe 2 bad performances. But ED is certainly a team of where they can just make people who normally do good performances, like say a woman, or not say, I mean obviously she's doing good, but like say a man, we've seen do like maybe 60 to 80K at some point, and he got destroyed by their FA.
Yeah. Also, I mean, Jiren is very, very strong, but two Vegetas is also very, very strong. So it's like,
Especially when
you know,
two of the best.
exactly. So, is that everyone's thoughts on this match, or do you have any more final remarks?
That covers me.
I'm ready to see a lot of big balls next week. I'll tell you that, because the people that were benched this week.
Balls.
Yeah. Balls. All right, nice.
Right, match number 5. We have Resurrected Warriors versus Namek. This is the second South Kai Divisional of the week. Now, there's obviously a little bit of a thing around this match that Namek, unfortunately, due to real life circumstances, couldn't post. But, I mean, regardless of that, they brought it quite close at the end anyway, so props to them for that.
And speaking of big balls, Nova Shenron.
Nova Shenron.
On a melee build.
On a melee build, you know, the man himself, the originator of the fodder award,
Big
at
ball.
least in the new league.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to start this match, we had Tien coming off of the FA bench, straight into the starting fold against Nail. And I'm not gonna lie, Tien's been good on ED in the past. Last season he was a bit rough, but I was kind of surprised that he came in and just beat Nail so easily. I can't remember what Nail's build was, if it was like a...
I haven't pulled
Super 2, if I recall correctly.
Super 2.
It's... well, it was really unfortunate because...
he had Savior, didn't he?
He had both Beatos and Savior.
I didn't think that because
so half his build was basically gone.
Yeah, I did think that because I remember he last week, was it like, no, not last week, it would have been the week before when he was in. He had Savior on, and usually they use the most recent builds, so it was, yeah, I did think that might have been the case. So to be fair to Nail, he did put up a good fight considering half his build was down the toilet. So yeah, Tien wins that matchup. Then King Piccolo comes out, and Tien, I can't remember if I think he died. I don't think he tagged.
No, he did tag because he came back.
Oh, he tagged.
He came back in later.
Okay, so he tagged, and then it was 18 versus King Piccolo. Now this match did not go as I expected because King Piccolo notoriously has just not been the best in previous seasons, but he actually wailed down on 18. She tagged in the end on like her last bar, but she was getting wailed on for a long time by Mr. King Piccolo.
He got an ult off as well on her.
Yeah, which I think was partly because she tried to launch a B2 and he just responded with his ult, which allowed him to just cut through. But it's nice to see that ult hit, because I don't think it hits as much as Namek would like him to be honest. And then I think Tapion came in next and finished King Piccolo off. And then it ended up being Nuova against Tapion, and I think he did a fair bit of damage to Nuova before bringing Yamcha in. Yeah, no. It was Yamcha against Nuova, I believe, and then Tapion came in because Tapion went against Late Piccolo and did a number on Late Piccolo before going down himself, and then I think 18 came back in to finish the match. I know that because she did 2 of the you know, she did one of the max power mode like combos. You know, where she does a B2. She came in, did one of those, went for another one, but then launched an actual B2 to finish it.
I don't think Tapion died, by the way.
Did he tag?
Because I'm reading here, he has one tag out. This match.
Maybe he didn't. I know he tagged. I think he came back in and died, but I could be wrong.
The ones that tagged, 18 tagged, Tian tagged, Tapion tagged.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a lot of tagging from just RW this match. It was kind of ridiculous. Yeah. I don't think Namek tagged once.
I have it pulled up here. No, they did not. But I mean,
so
not much you can.
No. Yeah. What are your thoughts on this match, Zal?
So actually, I really enjoyed watching the match. I will say, only thing that was, well, obviously, unfortunately, Namek was a little bit of a disadvantage recently due to, of course, IRL circumstances. Totally valid, fair, but unfortunately, you know, it's the way it is. I will also point out, 18. Did 18 not finish off the match? She cleaned up right at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she cleaned up, but she did appear earlier.
Yes, she did.
Yes, yeah. She tagged out and then came back to clean up. Okay. I was actually really happy with 18 this week. I liked seeing, like, she looked like she was that light switch was flipped on this week. And of course Tien. I love Tien. He's one of my favorite characters in the whole Dragon Ball series.
He ulted this match as well.
Yep, and he dodged something while falling from his ultimate. He's just a badass. But
I want to point something out.
Mm-hmm.
While it was close between Tien and Yamcha for who did the best, Tien, for his first time off the FA bench, did do the best this week.
How much?
He did 50,000.
Good stuff. Great debut performance for Tien. Good stuff.
I think that's significantly better than what Aita was doing, who I'm pretty sure they benched for Tien, right? Yeah. So.
Also, wanted to point out, Nail, good job. Was like, obviously you didn't win out or anything like that, but the damage is there. If he had those extra 3 points, I think that's a strong stuff right there.
He came in with Savior and KSA. If he was like in
the
slot, he would be like doing a lot more. Probably.
Honestly, have him second. I feel like he could have actually changed up this match quite a bit.
Yeah.
King Piccolo did fairly good too. Was wailing on her. You know, did his thing.
He was.
Late Piccolo, of course, pulling at that closer move, always in the closing position, and he just keeps on trying to make those comebacks. He keeps on getting real close too.
Bro, he didn't get close last week. He destroyed my ass.
True.
Oh my god. The best closer in the league. There's no doubt about it for me.
What do you mean? This character league.
That's good. Yeah, he is. No, unironically, yeah. He even almost he brought it back against Royals as well. In fact, that's 2 comebacks.
Yeah.
This is almost the 3rd in a row.
Yeah.
He did win versus Royals too.
That's what I mean. He won. Yeah. It was late Piccolo diff.
2 comebacks in almost the 3rd. That's crazy. Wow.
That's the worst.
Only thing is Sin, or not Sin, my bad. Nova was I don't know how much he did stats wise.
He did the best this week. He 46K.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so shocking because I feel like I was watching and I felt like he did the worst. Wow, that's crazy.
To be fair, he was on a melee build, not a B2 one.
It feels different. You kind of expect Nova's damage to be spam, but it's not this week.
True. You know what
it is.
I'm so used to him nuking people that watching him do chip damage is just so strange to me. But hell.
Also, while Nail did do the worst, he actually did 30K with having 3 points on God. So.
And there's like 3 valuable points for what his build is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, yeah. If Nail actually did have his just like placement, like the builds were fine.
Mhm.
You'd want like Nuova first, and then
Yeah.
Nail
Well,
second or something.
actually, yeah, you would want Nuova first because King Piccolo and Nail both have Savior.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And
we
you don't
already
want late Piccolo.
and
Any
late Piccolo
anywhere but the
cleans
back.
up the back, yeah.
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 So
Wow.
yeah, no one did under 30. The only person who did under 35 was a person with 3 points gone from his build. So
Damn.
not to knock RW though, like they still did well, obviously.
Oh yeah, no. They were pulling through.
You gotta
100%.
commend RW not only on their builds, but like the tag game, man, was just unreal.
And honestly, like, well, Boost did kind of take a factor in the match too, because Tian actually did have a boost on him this week as well. He had a power.
was it?
He had a power rage, and he got into
Oh.
2 clashes, and he won both of them.
Good stuff. Okay, effective boost. Good stuff.
Effective.
But
Pretty good.
something I don't think anyone expected. He's not on his usual build that we've seen him over these past few seasons. No EL, no tank.
Oh.
He was
What's
on.
he on? Is it?
He was on attack +2, that's -1. Furious, Dragon Spirit, key control with 10 days, and a power rage. Obviously, you can take the boost off, but like that's just a pretty melee focused build with some
Yeah.
one in there.
It's original for sure. Good thinking.
Let's see.
I mean, hey, it did 50k, so.
Yeah, obviously it works. Obviously,
Very
yeah.
well.
Oh yeah, he's also on Majin Buu, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Really just melee, hammer it home. Good stuff.
Right. Well, I've said my piece on this match. Have you guys
Me
said
too.
everything you want to say?
Yeah. And I think this next match, someone's gonna really low.
I think. Well, I'm going to tell you now. 2 people are delighted about this one. we got the boy there, the ghost.
It certainly did bring an uproar in the V2.
Yeah, 100%. Right. So this is match number 6? Yeah,
Match 6, yes.
So we have GT against Kaiju, and yeah, I mean, usually I like go into detail, but I'm just gonna pass it straight over to you, Zal, because you know you must know all the ins and outs about this match.
It's Giro time, baby.
Giro time.
We want to talk about GT. That stands for Giro time these days. All right. All right.
Yes.
It's time. But being serious, so who did this week started Super Saiyan 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Saiyan 4. He did quite well, didn't he? I think over 40k.
He did 60 from the stats, 60
okay,
something.
Okay.
It was against Uber first, and then I think he tagged into Slug. And then
tagged out, I remember that.
Slug
did very well this week too when he came back in.
He tagged early.
Well, sorry. Yeah, he did tag early, yeah. But yeah, Vegeta did really well against Slug. I remember that. Baby, unfortunately, was not that great. I'm not sure how much he did damage-wise. I didn't look at his numbers this week.
He almost did 35,000.
Okay, so not bad, but yeah. Comparatively to his previous 2 weeks, yeah. But yeah, no. Sin pulled through this week as well. We were personally on our team. We were most happy with Sin and Giro this week. Even though Vegeta probably had higher numbers, we just were, you know.
You have higher expectations for Vegeta anyway. Like he's living up to like what he always does, kind of thing.
100%. We were just happy to see them pick up pick up their trash, and it was good. So yeah, we were really we were really enjoying, very hyped after this week. You're happy.
We'll say, no one expected Taro to do what he did.
No one. Like,
I
the last
wish I
fight
did.
was Nappa on a bar and Oob on a bar against Jiro on a bar. I think everyone at that point,
It was,
myself included, thought it was over.
I think it was Baby on a bar, Taro on a bar versus those two, and
But I think-
Baby didn't really do damage.
Yeah.
No, he went out. Yeah, quick, quick on those. Yeah.
I want to say Jiro in this match with the bloody absorbing the B2s as well. Oh my god. He did it against Oob when it was just them two left, and he literally went from no key to like it. Do you know when it like charges his max power as well? Like it goes into the
Oh
blue.
yeah.
Like he went
Blue.
all the way almost up to max power.
Just from that.
It was bad.
Just from
Yeah,
that, by the
I
way.
will. Yeah, it was amazing, and like I will point out, Bad to the Bow, definitely 100% deserves a good amount of credit because this week he came up with the idea of mixing two Zero builds that we had used previously, but neither had a good chance to shine. So he took the best parts of both of them and put them together and got the build we had this week of Super Plus One, High Tension, of course, but then Hatred of Saiyans, and then Key Control. And that Key Control was so pivotal for Jiro this week.
Not using key on going in. That's really good. And I would say a 51 performance for a build someone just crammed together. Really good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well done, Bad. Well done, Bad. I commend you highly. But then we have Kaiju on the other side as well.
Let's not forget Kaiju. We love Jiro, but let's not
Yes,
gloss
you
over
can't
Kaiju.
forget Kaiju. Oob.
Oob,
I was
go ahead.
thoroughly enjoying Oob's performance. I was terrified, but I was enjoying it.
Honestly, it felt like it was. Well, I remember the Oob and Nappa show pretty much this match for Kaiju.
It was more actually the Oob and Slug show. A little bit
Did
Nappa
Slug?
there.
Did Slug bring it back? Because he
Slug
got
did
roughed up.
54,000.
Oh my! Because he got roughed up by Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and I can't remember like him
Yeah,
doing much.
I
after
think he killed Vegeta. Oh no.
Yeah.
Vegeta tagged. I think most of his damage actually came from him. If whoever fought Sin did a lot of damage. Because Sin is just that wall.
Oh,
Yeah, the tank.
yeah. I think actually, one sec. I'm just pulling up I just watched the match and somehow I'm already forgetting.
It's all right.
I guess actually we've been through 5 matches before this, so it's all kind of jambling together. But big thing was, so started out Vegeta versus Oob. Oob tagged. Oh yeah, Oob tagged on his 3rd bar.
Yeah.
Slug comes in.
Yeah.
Slug. What the hell? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, so Slug tagged as well, it looks like.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's what it is. So he did only a little bit of damage, I think like 15k to Vegeta.
Yeah.
But then Sin fought Scouter Vegeta. And Sin kind of did pretty good taking him down. He did about 20k to Sin. I don't healing and stuff also too.
29k
but no,
for Scouter Vegeta, but
nice, yeah. Oh yes, because Sin had EL this week. Yeah, and then took out Scouter, and then it looks like Oob came back in to fight Sin, and Sin tagged, and Vegeta came back in, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Oob took out Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, then Sin came back in, and Oob took out a good amount of. Oob took out Sin, but tagged again, it looks like. And then Slug came in and finished off Sin.
Lots of tag in this match.
Yeah, tons of tagging. Then it was just the Jirosha.
Yeah, you say that at most for at least 5 characters this match, there was one tag between 5 characters, and then there was Oob. Who tagged 3 times?
Damn.
Oob tagged 3 times.
Hell.
Oob has learnt the Kaiju methodology of tagging.
I don't think he's learned. I don't think he's learned it. I think he made it.
He mastered it, bro. Kaiju have been the team of tags like so long now, but it's their FA that is the one that's doing all of the tagging. He's had 7 tags this season. That's more than like a lot of teams of tag.
I do want to say one thing.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, I will say, while Baby Vegeta didn't necessarily do the best this week, I don't think that was purely his fault.
I'm going over here.
I'm pretty sure he was against Nappa.
Yeah.
The boy.
For some reason this season, like his volcanic explosions, he's been doing them in the right place where they're really hard to dodge.
Right.
And he got a Kappa.
And Baby had one of his B2s just be eaten.
Not by the volcanic explosion. Yeah, I remember that now.
And,
and
the main reason he didn't do much on his last bar versus Nappa, by the way, is because he tried. He went in, and Nappa did Blazing Storm.
Yeah, you can't dodge that one. Really,
yes.
It's really hard to dodge that.
So Nappa had. Everyone was obviously Giro. We were raving about him, but of course Nappa, nothing to scoff, and Oob were nothing to scoff at this week at all. They were very good.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, this all boils down for Kaiju Scout not doing his work again.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, honestly, if you look at the stat totals, this looks like almost a completely even match because you could say if Baby did more, GT could have won harder. If Scouter did anything more, then
Kaiju could have won.
Hell, they almost did, and then Jiro with no healing. By the way, he didn't do his ult. Has no healing. Patars managed to get a win versus 2 characters that seemingly should have killed him.
Yeah,
They
the strongest
really
character in the entire match. Like, it wasn't like he was going against some fodder. He was going against very strong characters. So
he wanted to express his dominance.
He did, yeah. He did. That was crazy. But yeah, I mean, like I say, commiserations to Kaiju. I feel like they're almost there because looking at the stats, like for the season, they have 3 characters performing above 50k. Like, not 3, sorry, 2 characters performing above 50k. And then you've got Nappa, who's not, he's still going over 40k, and we know what Nappa can do. This match. So, but it's just Bardock and Scouter that are letting them down this season, which is kind of a surprise on Bardock's side. But
to be fair, I think sometimes it's because Bardock's closing, and sometimes he just accidentally gets split versus a character with them.
Yeah, that's rough. But Scouter, at the very least, is kind of
Scouter is just because for some reason he's just been sucking.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but congrats to GT and the man himself, the good doctor.
Yes.
And yeah, good wins out. It was very good.
Thank you. It's appreciated. I thought it was overall it was a really fun match for sure. So yeah, and of course an anomaly for Giro to do so well. So that's cool.
You know why this is happening?
Why?
You broke your curse.
You broke your curse.
Oh god!
I was going to ask you about. I was going to say, how do you feel having not only having a winning record, but having a very good 4-2 winning record going into week 7? Does it feel strange?
Surreal, I guess. Also a little bit hesitant because I'm scared that this is just going to be the opposite. It's reverse curse.
Hey,
So,
don't worry.
yeah.
Maybe with how the new thing is, you might not actually get knocked out if you go reverse curse.
True, actually. Maybe I'll go far in playoffs this season too.
Yay!
That'd be crazy. But yeah, no, it's definitely been fun and interesting, and obviously we're very grateful for the AI gods who have decided that, you know, we're doing it right. So that's good.
That's great. We love to hear that.
Yeah.
All you need to do next season is just somehow either replace Pan or GT Goku. There you go.
No, literally. Goten, GT Goten, come on.
Let's have it.
Oh,
Let's have
no, Super 17. Here we go.
Honestly, actually, yeah.
it.
Hit me up, androids.
Though,
Anyways,
though that'd be like
that's all
a
I
third
have to say.
character that wants to yell, though.
I mean, you know, you can also get Cell or Freezer if you find a way to hustle that deal. I don't know how you do
I mean,
it.
honestly, Baby for Cell could probably happen.
That could happen.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's true.
Anyway, move on to
Theoretics
that.
and stuff.
no, we don't need to move on to this one. We can move on to match
No,
8.
yeah, we definitely do. Match number 7. We have Cinema against Royals.
Oh, the Majin Vegeta show.
Yeah, I'll let you take it away,
Oh.
Destiny. Explain to us,
Yeah.
you know, your thoughts going into this match and how it panned out.
This went exactly the way we did not want it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We- We thought Turles okay can go even versus Deborah, yada yada yada. Deborah melts Turles. Fucking. Then, Raditz comes in versus Majin Vegeta, gets absolutely obliterated and bullshitted from the game.
Oh yeah, the top class warrior that should have hit that didn't hit for
You
such
mean
no
the 3
reason.
that should have hit that didn't hit?
Yeah, all 3.
Oh,
The ult that keeps getting dodged, even though he does really good things to try to capitalize on that ult.
Yeah.
yeah, I will point that out. He was going for it this week. He was going for it.
I think he's got lucky. The matchup being that man, Majin Vegeta.
He launched 3 B2s and 1 ult, and he missed with all of them.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah, I mean,
unfortunate.
let's not forget this is the man who killed GT Goku in about like 15 seconds or something like that. Like, yeah. Like,
Don't worry. It feels like he killed Shane less than that.
That's when I was watching the match. I was comparing it in my head. I was like, "Holy shit, he's doing it again!"
And by the way, Jane. Well, I guess that goes to show how fucking untanky GT Goku is. But Jane had tank. He had defense +3 and, well, technically healing, but he also had 1 health bar gone, and he was just literally you blinked and he was gone.
Yeah. Yeah, his timestamp is very short in the match for sure.
At least got a little bit of my grudges down when I saw Gogeta kill Majin Vegeta. Yeah, take that, Royals. My fusion superior, Draconic Aura all day.
Let's go.
Literally
Actually,
the main menace that they hate, Majin Vegeta fighting on my team.
Yeah. But actually, yeah, that's a good thing to point out. Gogeta. Good stuff. Good stuff at the end there.
Yeah, sadly he just had to try to climb 3 characters.
Yeah, he had.
While having to try to kill Majin Vegeta, might I add, without taking much damage.
Yeah, there was way too much of a margin to climb.
Also, it didn't help. Baby is like base Baby, the FA is still is a force there as well.
Yeah, you might want to look into next season.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
What was I gonna say?
Oh yeah, we got the Turles ult.
Yeah, we did. That was pretty cool.
And almost got to see Stardust Breaker too.
I think, all things considered, Turles' start against Deborah wasn't too bad. I know you said he got. I can't remember what term you used, but he got.
He went relatively even. I was talking about the rest of it.
Oh, match, yeah, because that's basically what happened in my match versus them. Is Deborah usually wins his matchup, right? But if you can kind of whittle him down enough, and then hopefully the next person comes in to kill him. It was just unlucky that he instantly tagged, like, as soon as he could.
Here's the thing, but this thing your team has that my team don't. Giant,
What's that?
big ass fucking ball.
Yeah,
To be
balls.
To be fair though, this season we're not actually using any of the super giant big balls.
Oh, wait, let me pull up the giant, big, super fucking ball that surrounds Frieza.
Oh, okay, the Nova Strike. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Man-sized ball.
Literally supernova ball as a B2 that can go through fucking B2s. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. But what I'm saying is, overall, like, the strategy of, like, it's difficult to have a character that can necessarily beat Deborah straight up. But if you can have a character that can whittle him down so he can be killed by the next person, that's basically what my strategy was going into it.
Deborah has broken his curse this season as well. It's a season of curse breaking.
The curses are all broken.
The curses are breaking. New ones are forming. I
also feel it's really unfortunate, Destiny, that you went against Super 2 Margin Vegeta, considering it's the first time they whipped it out all season.
I can definitely say right now, part of my plan was hoping that Margin Vegeta was still on attack too, and he fucking flopped.
Yeah, I was glad
hoping for a flop, praying for a flop.
I was glad I never saw that Super 2 build when I was against him. It's kind of the most ridiculous build.
This is the Majin Vegeta people are scared of. This is the Majin Vegeta they tested against at least 3 of my characters. And this is the Majin Vegeta build that's normally been going against Gogeta in testing. So yeah. I am extremely salty, but hey, I can at least say one thing. So if Raditz beats Cell and Majin Vegeta beat Raditz, does that mean Majin Vegeta is better than Cell?
Yep.
Next week you'll be having Donut on the cast to discuss these questions.
I mean,
will not be impressed.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually very glad Medical did not come out.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. By your own logic, if Majin Vegeta beats Raditz and Raditz beats Cell, but Frieza also beats Majin Vegeta, does that mean Frieza is better than all of them? Yes! Yes, I win.
Damn it.
Logic argument.
I don't know. We haven't seen Raditz versus Frieza yet. But
anyway, carry on what you said about Metacooler, sorry.
I'm glad I didn't get to see Metacooler this week, because if we did, I probably would have been more sad.
Also probably skewed results, yeah.
It would have been a supernova to the face for someone, probably.
Well, not even that. It's just, like, sometimes when you're losing by so much, you don't want to see that last character because you don't want to have that hope.
Oh,
yeah. The hope that kills. Yeah.
Also, please stop telling me to try to put EL on my characters. We have reason builds, and Gogeta had healing that entire time.
Put EL on Jane. Put EL on Gogeta. And then Raditz.
Put EL on Garlic. And give him a Broly's ring.
We'd have to sacrifice a point for Broly's ring.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
We thought about it. We thought about it. We thought about it. But no, yeah, we just have builds that work.
Yeah.
You know what, actually? Royals only 3-3. Though, mind you, they haven't been doing Super 2 Majin Vegeta until this week, but still.
Yeah.
3-3.
It's a surprise to see them not, because of how powerful they've been previously, not have just a winning record. But yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. It's scary now they've whipped Super 2 Majin Vegeta out, because I think everyone's going to be in for a hell of a ride. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Seriously, GG Royals, like, of course I'm salty because it's my match and I lost by a pretty big margin, obviously. But like, GG. Yeah, at least I've been softer next time. Maybe take me out to dinner first. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm not
Uh,
gonna
shit.
lie. If Raditz like actually got a bit of luck and hit some of those, either the ult or the B2, it
Uh.
might have completely changed the dynamic of this match. Mainly because Janemba wouldn't necessarily have to like potentially never have to contend with Majin Vegeta.
Okay.
Like if
But yeah, when I mean this match went wrong in the worst way possible, it was because we didn't want our one health bar gone character who normally struggles versus Majin Vegeta already, even though he does have DA because Majin Vegeta is just that guy. And yeah, we didn't want him versus Majin Vegeta.
Mhm.
That's exactly what happened.
unfortunate.
But it was really cool to see Trellis's ult. That
That
was
was
mentioned
cool.
earlier, but that was great.
I always love to see that ult because he, man, did it feel good when he stepped on Deborah's face.
So, yeah.
But
I was going to actually, save this for right after this, but before we go into match 8, I just have something to point out.
Okay.
yeah, so this is season of curse breaking, right?
Yep.
I mean, I can get into
Apparently.
playoffs and survive more than one round.
Yep.
God, you and me both, brother. Oh, God. Gosh, yeah. I wish. If there's ever a season to do it, it's this one, man.
Oh,
Okay. With that all said, are we ready to get moving on to the final match of the week, or
just
do you have any more points?
just one more little thing, and primarily just and GT, you really got to look at this base baby build.
For real? Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, he keeps
um,
finger blitz for longer too between his first two forms.
And he also beat the original baby, or not the original, GT's baby in this form.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
clearly, baby beats baby. That means you need to pick baby.
Yes.
Babyception.
Babyception.
Baby
Yep.
suit.
I'm good.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, match number 8, and we have Derp versus Hybrids. And this match was, even though it ended up quite like, it felt like a convincing win at the end to Hybrids, I don't think through the match it was that way, sort of thing. So, at the start of the match, we had Ginyu versus Ultimate Gohan, and I think a lot of people expected this to go in Ult's favor. It did, partially, due to a beam struggle, which is unfortunate for Derp, and it's 2 weeks in a row. But I still think the outcome would probably have been the same. It's just maybe Ginyu would have done more to Ultimate Gohan before going down. Then we had Bobbity come in, and oh my god, Bobbity. He literally was like crushing Ultimate Gohan before he tagged out, and then Guldo came in, and Bobbity kind of like just destroyed Guldo for the most part before he tagged out himself.
They're really having a flying around match, to be honest.
I think he did more damage. Maybe they were about even, but I think Bobbity did more damage to Guldo than Guldo did to. But there was a lot of like. Both are on. Bobbity's on a defense build, and Guldo was just not doing much. He was doing a lot of flying around, so it was like. Bobbity didn't have loads of damage, and Guldo just wasn't doing much. And then Trunks came in, and Bobbity did a little bit to him before. I think Bobbity tagged.
I think after dodging a Tapion's gift.
Yes, and then I think it was Hurt came in because he finished Soul Trunks off, and then this is where everything went wrong. Future Gohan came in, destroyed Herc. Like, he was so aggressive, destroyed Solza. So at this point, he's done like I don't know, it must have been about 70,000.
Yeah.
And then Bobbity comes back in, and again just gets destroyed. Like, Future gave no one any chance to breathe in this match. He was not letting anyone do anything.
Yeah, that second time around.
Future with A what? Yeah, you can really tell Future and Ultimate were the carries of this match because both Sword Trunks and Goldo did about the same damage, 17, 18,000. Future Gohan a whopping 86,000.
Oh wow.
Crazy. Also, Bobbly 73,000. We love to see it. And by the way, he launched 12 B2s and hit 1 because they kept getting blocked. So even though he only hit 1 B2 this match, he did 73,000 damage.
Oh wow.
Did
So
he really just hit 1, or did he hit all of them, but they just got blocked? Because they still do damage.
okay.
Like in a way, he kind of hurts your soul in a way. So like,
Yeah.
I guess you could say they all hit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like they technically do damage even on block. So
Technically, but no, he only hit like connected with 1. It
That
was
sucks.
yeah. So the match could have been drastically different even if he just connected with half of his B2s.
Bro, it could have been an 140k performance. That's insane.
I just wanna say I know I'm not really the cause of this because hell, I didn't even know when they were gonna pull this out. But I've been saying your Hybrids coach a lot about Melee Future. They decided to pull it out, and yeah, I think everyone's scared of Future now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he does this one more time, I will be. If he does it one more time,
I think if he does it one more time, a certain Xmat over here is gonna be sad.
Yeah, I will be sad. Very sad. And I'm scared, to be honest with you. So
I mean, hey, I mean, and you wanna know what's funny? They can place this build on a starter because he doesn't have anything that needs to come in with. He doesn't have KSA anymore. He doesn't have Savior. Yeah.
He's good to start or go anywhere he wants.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he ruins Xmat if he ruins Xmat, then yeah, I'll be terrified.
I'll get into that later.
No, I mean, like, even if he ruins you and you still win, like, that's still gonna be scary.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
I refuse. I'm gonna cope my way into it not happening.
But can we just say, I don't know whether it's poor Kid Gohan or hybrids are just insane, but it's like it took Kid Gohan out for Goldo.
Yeah, I think
and it's not even like near the end of the season either. It's like we're not even halfway done.
Prime. Yeah, we're like just in the mid.
An average of 29,000, so I'm not massively surprised. Although I don't really know if I feel like if I had to weigh the two up in my mind, Kid Gohan has much higher ceiling than Goldo. Yeah, I hope it works for them.
Yeah.
I will say,
I love Goldo.
I feel bad going away from the hybrids game for a moment. I feel bad for Derp because Ginyu was doing so well earlier. He's just been getting thrown into these tough matchups. I don't even think part of his fault. Someone just has to go into matchups. Bobby been doing pretty well. Salsa, I think, just does well depending on his placement. Yeah, bad week. But I feel really bad for Hercule because it really did feel like that he was returning to form, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think the future Gohan being so aggressive like in this match really fucked him because before that point, like you say, it was like the old Herc was back, present bomb in, like dynamic mess him up punch to hit Sword Trunks out of his fucking B2 or was it his ult or I can't remember.
Papillon's gift, yeah.
It was his ult, and he did it first, by the way. And Hercule didn't have false courage up.
He just was that fast. Bro's like Sonic.
Rolled under it.
Yeah, so it's not even like it comes out and like he just misses. No, he just hit a.
Yeah, I wouldn't put much of the blame down to much of anything for Derp in the sense that I don't think Herc did really badly. Like I think just the matchup. I think Future Gohan just being ridiculous this week is obviously.
Yeah,
But
it's really just the week of like, just like last time when we said Majin Vegeta got switched to +2, and it just happened to be the week versus me. They just so happened to put Future on a build. I don't even remember if they tested or not, and he just happened to wake up.
Yeah, I agree completely. What I would say is like a thing for Derp, maybe. I think I mentioned this to Fiora at the time, Derp's coach. Maybe Souls starting seems to be quite good because I remember against Boo Saga, was it last week or the week before when they got their first win? They started Solza and he did really well against Buhan. So I think that could be like a thing maybe, and maybe put Ginyu further in the back, get him like a bit of a better matchup against someone else. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't think you can really. There's nothing to really say on Derp. Like Barbary did as well as he could do, and everyone else had some really unlucky matchups or unfortunate circumstance with like the clash for Ginyu at the start. So yeah, it's just one of them. But hopefully Derp can pick up some wins soon. Just like Rugrats, hopefully they pick up some form, get some wins, and we can make the league feel a little bit more even. And
a bit more balanced. It's also important to point out that well, okay. So first of all, funny thing I noticed, I meant to mention it earlier, but Turles' ult, Sol's ult, almost seeing Stardust or Stardust Breaker. There's been a lot of rush ults that have been doing pretty good. We're seeing a lot of the more rare ults this season. 16 did his ult, like that was a couple weeks ago, but still, I just noticed that's a little trend as well as the curse breaking. Seeing nice rare ults.
I don't think anyone's going to top Salsa doing 3 in 1.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And hitting with all 3.
Yeah.
And giving the fodder award to Engoku because of that. Let's not forget.
But then the other thing I meant to bring up was there's so many new Pataras, and even the ones from last season are not totally. We haven't all perfected using them. So a lot of the time we're going to be testing stuff out, and it's not. I don't know. A lot of tests, growing pains. I think that's going to be a big theme over the course of last season, and even more so this season, with even more new Pataras.
Yeah.
Some of them will have good results though, so don't shy away from it.
Yeah, 100%, definitely not. Right. I think that's my piece on this match. Anyone else have any final remarks?
You guys covered it.
Make Goldo better. There you go.
Make Goldo great again.
Again?
Or was he ever great to begin with? Alright.
Was he ever bad to begin with? Find out next time.
Find out next time. Right, so let's get moving on to the tier list now. So does anyone have any like particular thoughts on any characters, any outliers, anything?
There's a certain Peanut all the way at the top with those Saiyans and that android over there. That
is insane to see all the Super Saiyans on the one side. Goku 17, and you got Mr. Pickleman in the middle.
And there's a lot of characters down at the bottom that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, King Cold does not deserve that. Neither does Raditz.
Yeah, did not deserve that.
Not. Poor guys.
I was talking about more about our Lord last week. I was talking about more of our Lord and Savior fucking though.
Yeah.
Oh, Gordo deserves to be at the top. Right next
Yeah.
to Bobby.
Yeah, they're both green and they're both short. They should both be in 95K.
Exactly. In fact, where's the elite category? We need them.
I do want to point out, just noticing for my characters, Baby Vegeta's drastic drop, obviously, given what we talked about. But then also, it's nice finally seeing Sin somewhere above the lower tiers.
And you've got Dero hanging there with Freezer.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it. Yes.
Dero.
Hey guys, I think I'm seeing deja vu. Why do I see two babies in the same?
Oh my god.
That's mad.
God damn.
That is madness.
But yeah, no. Other than that, though, and also just noticeably here, I'm just looking for anything else. Oh yeah. And yeah, no, all the Buujins characters are up there too. Nice, good stuff. Good for them.
Boo Saga are doing ridiculous at the moment. I mean,
Boo Saga.
Buuhan. Oh yeah, forgot. You said yeah.
Sorry, man.
Buuhan being their like worst, I'm pretty sure in stats and by the looks of it, the tier list this week it's a surprise considering everything. Last season he was pretty much their carry. The season before he was again, I think, their carry. So it's like it's a surprise. I suppose someone has to be the worst of the bunch, but it's a surprise that Buuhan is that one.
Let's also think comparatively. Last season, the rest of the team wasn't doing anything. So
that's very true.
Would have looked good by comparison,
That is true, but the season before, he was their top.
Yeah, that's true.
And even then, he can still be their top dog. But like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do when the fat pink one's working, kid one's working really well, and the
gray,
the skinny old man, because pretty sure if I said I'm pretty sure if I said that other thing, I could have been called something. But the skinny old man still, being really consistent. Like, it's not the fact that Buuhan's bad. He's just honestly, he's just taking a break.
Yeah, and it's deserved after 2 whole seasons.
Well deserved break.
Though I mean, like, I will always say, like, no matter how many people say nerf Buujins or nerf anyone, they definitely needed that buff.
Sir, it's Boo Saga. Thank you very much.
I did say or nerf anyone. They were Buujins before, so I did.
Right.
Most of the nerf talk were Buujins or Boo Saga.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think it's fine. They needed the increase in characters and stuff.
I think just a refresh for them being able to do stuff. As like a supporter of Cold, since they were just Cold family or Cold, whatever you want to say. I do like appreciate now being able to like trade or loan, because back in the day we were locked like completely. So I understand formerly Buujins, now Boo Saga's pain, in the sense where you can't do anything when you're locked. It does feel it's like kind of annoying because you can't do anything. You can't do any interest in trades or loans or do anything. So I think it's good from that perspective.
Don't worry, you can get like 99% of the Saiyan armor characters.
Yeah, I know. I went from having like no one to having everyone, so it's great.
The only one you can't not get, the only one I'm never giving you.
Turtles?
Yeah, he can't have Turtles. Turtles was never part of the free Wars.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess he's been a rogue, and that was it.
He's more he's more like a mercenary stuff.
It's just space pirates.
Nah, here
Is that?
we're asking the real questions. When's Busan getting Macho Vegeta?
Oh my god.
Holy
They don't need that.
That was a complete joke. They do not need that. But shall we get moving?
I will
Yeah,
protest.
I think we should get moving on to my favorite part of the week. Predictions. Yeah.
Hey,
And
let's
power
Um,
rankings.
And power rankings. I mean, the power rankings. I mean, does anyone want to talk about them before we get into predictions? Because I feel like
It really doesn't change that much until
Yeah,
you
it's
get to
not-
until you
there's
get to
not
the
much.
fifth position.
yeah, then it has a bit of a
Yeah.
moving around, but it's not. I don't think there's a drastic difference at the moment. The only
Hey,
sad
it's even
thing
top
to see is
6.
the only sad
Yeah.
thing to see is if you look at Rugrats
uh,
-5
no!
with the red fire, like because they've lost, they're on a losing streak. Yeah,
That's oh my god, that's savage.
Yeah, and then
yeah,
and then
Like
if-
it's like
it-
it's just
if you see that like ED has a win streak and they're not even number 1 right now.
That- and they had a win streak last week. They're just continuing the win streak. It's kind of ridiculous at the moment.
But I guess
yeah, no.
I guess getting to predictions.
Mhm. Wait, oh, match numero uno, Cinema versus Budokai. Hit us, Destiny. Let's hear what's going
Good
on.
one.
Hit you with the juice.
News.
All right. So, we have Raditz bench this week. A little bit obvious, but also like he just doesn't really have that great of a matchup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Want to note that he also did like 2K last week.
Yeah, 2.5. Wasn't it, or something?
But literally like 2.5K.
Yeah.
But no, we're starting Janemba. Then going into Turles, or not Turles, going into Gogeta actually. He's only been like a closing character for us. Then Turles and then Fasha, because we're more afraid of adult Gohan than anything.
Yeah.
But we're also, at least I'm predicting adult Gohan bench. But I also, the main reason why we also have Gogeta up like near the front is just for the possibility of they do have that adult Gohan coming in and they're benching one of the Gokus they haven't benched yet. But I'm thinking they're benching adult Gohan because this would be his last bench needed before he can just be used the entire season. Which, you know, for Budokai would be a major big boost because of how just adult Gohan functions.
It also lines up with the way they've been doing their benches in terms of they did the same for early Piccolo. They've already got all his benches out of the way. Based on that information, and based a lot, to be honest, on the fact that Gogeta is going to hopefully be coming in not last.
One more thing, no boost.
Okay, no
We've-
boost.
Everyone knows that we've been boosting a bit this season, but no boost.
Okay. Based on all of that, and again, the fact that Gogeta shouldn't be coming in last, I'm gonna vote with you guys because I think Gogeta coming in early will be pivotal, and also Fasha is Fasha. So, and Jane being first means you can't get like instantly demolished by some sort of ult or probably by I don't think Adult Gohan would start, so you wouldn't go against someone like that. So
I'm pretty sure Adult Gohan was Saviors. So he probably
yeah, I was gonna
Saviors.
say I don't think it would start. So yeah, I'm gonna go with you guys. I'm gonna vote for Cinema. What about you, Zal?
I am. Well, you know what? Actually, I am gonna go with Cinema this week, and the reason for it is entirely that I want to see Stardust Breaker, and I'm hoping if I give them enough support, they'll do it.
Ooh.
I think he might do it. I just don't think it will.
But it's the season of rush alts. But anyway,
God.
I mean, he didn't hit it last week.
but being serious, I also really, really want to see Janemba do well. Especially like I don't know, last week just seemed like unfair for him. Like in matchup, he didn't really have much of a chance to get a leg up at any point. So I really want to see just a really good tank performance, and that sounds like Janemba would be good at.
You know what I want to see? I want to see a fucking Janemba grab loop when he transforms. That's definitely what I want to see.
That too.
Oh, there is, in fact, that is another like thing to make. So, Turles can he transforms himself, right? So he doesn't need the
He transforms himself. Janemba transforms himself.
So, Budokai notoriously, and I still think this season, a lot of their characters struggle with power body like break-in. So obviously they've got Goku now and adult Gohan, but if one of them's benched, the rest of them, like so if adult Gohan was benched, they'd have one of them. The rest of the characters wouldn't be able to break it, as far as I'm aware.
It is kind of easy for early to break it, which puts them in max power mode.
Yeah, it doesn't put him in max power mode, does it?
Yeah,
Kaioken doesn't.
No, it does.
It puts him into like full
full power mode.
Yeah, but it basically makes it easier for him to get back.
Yeah, but like that's what I mean. That generally though they struggle against. So if Janemba gets transformed early enough, maybe in his second bar, or same with Turles, if they do it, I feel like it could really swing the match in your favor.
No, second bar. Whenever I ever seen Abe transform second bar.
They do it sometimes. Low on the second bar, but they do it. I've seen King Vegeta do it and then tag immediately and then comes back in.
Also, I mean, Jane does have healing if he transforms and heals up to his second bar and tags like. But obviously, going my team, totally no bias here, totally not. It's not that I just want to win, so I actually feel like I have a chance at playoffs.
Okay,
totally
so
not that.
Totally not 100%. So that's 3-0 to Cinema, although I think we all expect it to be a close match, and Budokai have been no slouches this season too.
Yeah, by no means am I saying that like it's almost determined or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping for a Cinema win this week.
Yeah, same. Okay, moving on to match number 2, we have Derp versus Sentai. Now, this is interesting, because both teams are struggling, one more so than the other, and Derp.
I can say who's coming in.
Yeah, we all know one of them who's coming in.
Yeah, we all know the big one. Yeah, the big bald man in the room.
Big bald man with big balls.
Actually, technically two, if you count Derp's. Dodoria's coming in.
Yeah. I personally am going with Sentai. I want Derp to win because I want Bobbity to do well again, and I want Herc to do well. I just want Derp to feel good about themselves and get a win. But Jiren's coming in, and Jiren is just so ridiculous. Like, he can destroy teams on his own. Then Raccoon, I think, will have a much better matchup if he's in this week against a lot of Derp's characters. So, like, I can see a scenario where Ginyu and Raccoon both start. I would favor Raccoon if they did that, because I just think Ginyu's been good, but not great this season. In pre-season he was good, but I think Raccoon's damage on the throws would decimate through Ginyu. But it remains to be seen, I guess. But yeah, I think Sentai will win, unfortunately, for Derp. But Destiny, what do you think?
As much so. It's true.
Yeah.
Like, that's the main reason why people are scared of Sentai this season. Let's not lie to ourselves. It's not because of that big bald man right there with big huge ball and a B2 that can loop into itself and is not affected by ground damage because it just snatches you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
And it's not like I don't think Derp can't do it. It's just I think Jiren's just too big of a wall, and I think generally, unless Hercule is like popping off or like their other B2ers are popping off, they generally struggle against people who also have power body, with both Raccoon and Jiren get. And Raccoon gets false courage. So
yeah, it's not the best.
and I do want to say this before anyone assumes, like, I love Sentai, but Jiren has just swayed so many matches, it's just kind of hard to not vote against him. Or it's just kind of hard to not vote with him.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
have him in mind when you take a vote.
I don't hate Jiren, but it's just really hard to not take him into account talking about that now.
100%. Zal, what do you?
I 100% agree with that from Destiny. That's why I'm going to vote Sentai this week. Is that I'm actually happy if Sentai wins because they're struggling too. It's not like they're top of the world or anything like that. But yeah, you can't really take. Jiren's going to be in. You've got to take him into account. But that said, I'm not saying it's impossible for Derp. Like was mentioned, Herc. If Herc decides to go ham, I think he could almost negate Jiren, honestly.
If he present bombs his face like he can easily do it.
Like crazy top-notch Hercule performance. Then I think it can be done. The issue is if we're talking about what these teams have been doing consistently, side by side, over the last 5 weeks or so, 6 weeks, I think that Sentai will take it.
Yeah. 100%.
Another song that's pretty funny that I just thought of.
Oh, what's that?
Hercule comes in as max power mode, does false courage, goat, Mr. Boo arrives through Jiren ult, takes all that damage, and just delivers it back.
Oh my god.
How about this? He's already eaten one ult, he does the exact same thing that you said, and then he tries to fly through Jiren's ult but dies flying through it.
Or what if he does it? What if he just does it twice?
Oh my god.
They essentially kill each other.
No, fucking ridiculous.
Oh god.
Right, so that's 3-0 Sentai, but I'm fairly certain that we all think that Derp could easily do it, given the right circumstance.
I mean, they do have Bobbity, which does drain keys, so.
Yeah,
that too. And I really want Bobbity to do great.
Oh, do it on Jiren like Jiro did in the TOP, that would be crazy. So, yeah, match number 3, we have Namek versus Rugrats.
Now, coming back in for Namek.
Ooh,
and Kid Trunks is coming back in.
Ooh, two very, very good performers. Both teams have struggled a little bit, but Namek's had a slight resurgence, I think. I'm going to go and give it to Rugrats based solely on the fact that I think their bad luck has to come to an end at some point, and having Kid Trunks come back in, I'm fairly certain. I don't know who they're gonna bench. I feel like they benched Goten like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so they probably won't bench him. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Rugrats. What about you, Zal? Oh, actually, Destiny. Go on.
Goten has not been benched since, by the way.
Oh, it could be benched then. I'm still going to go with Rugrats. I think that they'll, because if he's benched, they can go back to attack to Aurelia, and maybe they bring out that old scary.
Zal can go before me.
Okay. Go on, Zal.
Well, every time I'm here, I always get to Namek's match, and I always think, obviously, I'm sentimental towards them, my OG team, but I want. Well, you know what? Maybe Gotenks could possibly be there. But it's quite likely that Goten is going to be benched, regardless of however that works out. GT Goku's likely going to be in, and I don't really think GT Goku can do great against anybody on Namek.
Anybody in general.
Yeah. Rayleigh, if she gets back into form, though, she can make up for basically 2 characters.
Yeah.
Okay. Realistically, I think that Namek is going to win.
Yeah.
But I will be rooting for and hoping for Rugrats to win.
They need to end the streak.
Yeah, it's time, guys. It's time.
It time.
Yeah,
Destiny?
Yeah, I think Namek, at least looking at how the teams are performing right now, the only like maybe 1 or 2 people that are working for Rugrats is Kid Trunks and their fusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
obviously, like Thou said, if Aurelia returns to form, she can make up for 2 characters, and Kid Trunks can obviously make up for 2 to 3. But like, that's only so much you can do relying on one guy. While Namek, hell, even the times where they have not put a build in, like their members dying consistent, and I'm just more concerned about honestly what build PyCon's going to get, because Nova was on attack this, and Late Piccolo is also normally on attack. So unless they maybe bench Late Piccolo, they might.
Late Piccolo's been on Super Plus for the last few weeks, so Super Plus 1.
Has he?
I don't know if it was this week, but he was against me and Royals. He might have been on attack this week.
I think he was on attack this week because it was random.
Yeah.
But okay, so I guess that makes more sense. If they actually put in builds, then obviously real life comes first. Won't blame it if it happens. But I think this is just an insane wall for Rugrats to climb. Honestly, I really want Rugrats to win. But I also want Namek to win because both teams have also been struggling. Hell, Namek got a fodder award for crying out loud.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Like they both teams have really been struggling. I just think it's Rugrats for some reason or another. Like they looked really good in testing, but their members have just not been Namek, obviously. Try to speak a little bit.
Okay, so that's 2-1 to Namek. Although again, I think it'll be a close match. Moving on to match number 4, we have the abbreviated matchup once again. RW versus GT. We love the abbreviations. I'm gonna go with GT, especially because I'm hoping Jiro's in. But you know, tell us your plans, Al.
Yeah, actually, you know what? This will be coming out well after everything is sorted, so I can talk about it. Yeah. So Jiro is in this week.
Okay, you've won.
Yeah, Jiro is in this week. Baby is benched. Because he has to get his first bench in.
Yeah.
So we benched Baby, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is our closer this week. So it's wait. Oh, we're starting Sin for the first time, and then we have Roshi in second on his spam build. Sin is on the same build as last week. Third place is Jiro. Yeah, yes, except Savior. Yes, except Savior. Yeah, he has latent energy or fighting spirit this week instead. One of those two. Then third place is Jiro. And yeah. Once other than that, we've got Jiro on the same build as last week as well. So we're trying to hope that we can copy the performances from Sin and Jiro over. I mean, as well as you can. Of course, RW is a different opponent than Kaiju, so different results. But we'll see.
Yeah. I'm
Of course, I'm going to vote for my own team as well. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone does. Everyone does. I will definitely reaffirm my vote to GT because, well, one, Giroud's in, so it's an automatic win, even if they lose. But two, I don't know. I just think Sin starting. TN obviously did quite well against Nail this week. I don't know whether they'd start him again, but I just think Sin as a starter is quite strong to lead with. Like he's a big tank, and then having Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta coming in as a closer, I feel like he can do kind of late Piccolo style job and kind of sweep through. I can't remember how well Roshi's done this season, but I know that he did well in our match specifically. He did decent in our match at the very least. So,
Yes.
yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep my vote to GT. Destiny.
Well, I think could win this. My main question is one, who does our W bench? Which right now, they are probably going to bench Tapion because he has not had one since. Well, I mean, actually, technically, both him and Tien haven't had one since week 1, since Tien was the FA at the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think they're going to bench Tien after the amazing performance he did last week. So it's probably going to be Tapion. What is your answer, Maju?
My answer to Maju.
Yeah, what's your answer for that?
Honestly, we're not trying to hard counter at all this week. It was entirely just
Right.
we're just focusing on aggression, basically. Aside from
This counter.
Honestly, I would honestly say that's a pretty Maju heavy win right there because Maju really loves going into tankier matchups.
Yeah, that's true. It's always the counter. Don't worry, bro.
And also, I'm voting RW just because Maju's been really good. Maju, really good character. Obviously,
Yeah.
like he's their best. 18, if she stays in, doesn't get hard countered by Jiro.
That's true.
Yep.
And she's been really good this season.
Yeah, 18 and Maju have both been going off.
Tien,
There is one,
and Tien has been looking up too.
there is one good thing for GT. Because Eta has not been doing that well, there's no like double androids in, so Jiro doesn't have like there's 1 in 4 chance if 18 is in.
It's just
Whereas if Eta was in, it would be 2 in 4 chance of him getting like the worst matchup possible.
Yeah.
I think just
Also, it's always nice when Jiro gets paired up with somebody that he can key drain. Like it's thankful, and it's always a negative when he can't. Like if it's an android. But we have made sure that Giroud's not reliant on his key drain in any way at all.
Yeah.
Like
it's just like it can be really detrimental sometimes.
Yeah. But the big thing was also the key control was to make sure that even if he can't get those drains out, it's that he's still retaining a good amount of keys so he can spam more and get actually higher damage output.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. I was more talking about of not his own charge rate, but the fact of he can't stop 18.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no.
That's more why I value the key drain grabs more than the key you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
I'm hoping
cool.
for good luck.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for good luck.
So, as far as I'm aware, that's 2-1 to GT. Let's get moving on to the my favourite match of the week, the first divisional match number 5, Cold versus Hybrids. Now, let's give you a little rundown. So, this week, Tao is benched. So Jace is coming back in. Tao is benched. the lineup we have gone with is Zarbon, Cooler, 100% Frieza, and Jace in that order. So, yeah, everyone's on their normal builds except Cooler's on all +1 again, like last week, and we've boosted. And we've messed around with Frieza's build. That's the only people we've messed around with. So we boosted Closeout Special onto Frieza, which I don't know if you guys remember what it does, but basically it allows you to have 3 saviors, because its savior is one of the things on it.
Yes.
And you also get can't remember what the Patara's called, but you get 50% longer in max power mode.
Miracle Sparking?
Yeah, it might be, or Sparkling Plus, I think.
Sparkling Plus, yeah.
And you also have Power of Rage on it as well, as like an extra thing.
Good stuff.
So that obviously was like a good boost to put on him, but we've also messed around with his build and put KSA on his build, because we figured, right, well, it feels kind of evil to do this, but if he's got Sparking Plus, he has a way to go back up to max power like 3 times, basically. So he's going to get massive advantage out of having the 50% extra time in max power. So that's what we've gone with. Obviously, I'm going to vote for myself. But yeah, Zal, what are you thinking?
Well, low key, I mean, if Future does what he did last week, I don't know, but all right. Hybrids. Oh, you know what? Goldo. No, Goldo's not on this team. Never mind. We're good.
I mean,
He is on the team, but he's going to be benched. I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah, he is on this team. Okay, yeah, he's an FA. Yeah. Well, you know what? In that case, honestly, I think I'm gonna vote Cold, knowing that boost is in play, because I'm genuinely scared of Frieza using that very, very well. And also, all +1 Cooler can be devastating. So that's like, yeah. And I don't know what hybrids are thinking. I mean, Team Gohan, but still, yeah. Overall, still, I'm gonna just barely give it to Cold.
Interesting. Destiny?
At least just from looking at it, I think they're probably going to bench Goldo, because then they just have the roster of Team Trunks, Ultimate, and Future. And with Future actually looking like a decent character after the build change, I definitely think that's more of a team that can give you a run for your money than before. So
yeah,
I'm going to vote your team just because I know what's coming and what you do and what you did. But I would not expect this to be a. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if it wasn't close or a hybrid.
Oh yeah, Ultimate Gohan, Teen, like ridiculous, and Future just looks good. So, yeah, cool. So that's 3-0 to Cold, but could easily go anyway. Moving on to match number 6, we have Muscle versus Kaiju. I'm gonna go with Kaiju because I just feel like they're much more put together at the moment. And yeah, I think Muscle are just struggling. Destiny.
So Bojack's coming back in and Bardock's coming back in, but yeah, honestly, I'm gonna have to give it to Kaiju as well, because Muscle is just too. The characters are all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, the only really kinks that Kaiju has to work out anymore is both Scouter and Bardock, and I think Bardock is just because sometimes he comes in and there's only one bar remaining. My vote.
Like when he came in with, didn't he come against you with closeout special or something and didn't do much?
Yeah, and he was supposed to come out second.
Yeah, so he's got unlucky. So yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Zal? What is your voting intention?
I'm actually 100% agree with Destiny on that one. Yeah. Um, they're a little bit, muscles willy-nilly, but Kaiju. Actually, well, yeah, no. Actually, you know what? Yeah. So I'm gonna vote for Kaiju. I think they'll win, just because Muscle is, uh, yeah, kind of scattered right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's unfortunate they've not had the greatest of starts to the season, but I mean, hopefully they'll pick up. So that's 3-0 to Kaiju. Moving on to match number 7. We have Busaga versus ED.
I'm voting Buu Saga.
Ooh, this is
Um,
difficult. Ooh.
I said before you confirm that vote, Mid Goku is coming back in, and
Oh, wait.
Vegito is
wow.
coming back in for Busaga.
Oh,
Both really good characters.
I'm gonna vote for ED. I just think that you've got Mid Goku coming back in. They've got a solid base with Krillin, the Vegetas. Mid
Vegetas.
Goku is just ridiculous. I'm not sure who they'll bench, but if they did decide to bench Nam, then that would make it even more crazy.
Earth I don't know if they will because Nam only got benched week 5. If there was anyone that might be benched, it might be Mid Vegeta since he's been the longest time without a bench after Krillin.
Yeah. Yeah, I still I think this is going to be in ED's favour. Buu Saga are very good, but I just think Mid Goku coming back in is strong.
It is Vegeta.
Yeah.
All of that said, I'm still gonna bench. I'm still gonna vote Buu Saga. Yeah. It's gonna come down. I hope it comes down to like 500 health, but I'm going to vote Buu Saga.
It's going to be close.
I'm going to say Buu Saga as well, but I gotta check who that. Buu Saga. Majin Buu might be the one benched actually. He has been benched. He
He's been their best character this season as well, or one of them.
He hasn't been benched since. Hold on, there's a reason. He hasn't been benched since week 2. But while he has been their best, it's not like the others are slacking.
Yeah,
that's true.
And I know this is quite funny, but this is also to decide who probably gets top of the power ranking. Funny enough.
that is quite funny.
Unless like say you guys pull like an elite out your ass or something.
Yeah, I mean, if Buu Saga wins because they're top, and then I win and get an elite, then I think I would go top. But if ED won with a win streak well, actually, it doesn't matter if they're above them because it's like 5 ranks, isn't it?
They're the same number.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
As well.
Yeah.
So, like, they just automatically go down 1 because of the laws, and ED would already go probably up 2 because of the streak.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I'm saying Buu Saga.
Okay,
I'm gonna agree with Buu Saga.
2-1 to Buu Saga, but I think we all agree this is probably one of the closest matches of the week.
This is honestly probably more hype than. This might be more hype than a divisional.
Yeah.
Just because of how the teams have been looking.
Yeah, 100%. That being said, though, I am very hyped about this last match because I think this could really be like a good match. So we have Royals versus Androids. I am also going with Royals because Majin Vegeta plus Dabura clutch combo.
I mean, that's not even just that. Like, one, I don't think Royals have a bad character. while Androids, I think, still need. While they theoretically had their, in theory, strongest lineup last week.
Yeah.
And
16, 17 style, buddy.
I think that Royals technically had theirs though, because they had Baby in for King, who's not been doing the best this season so far.
I mean, to be
Or he
fair,
was.
they can always just take King in. They can always just take King in and put meta out, which I actually think they might. Actually, no, they might not
They
do.
could double bench if they want to pay the Zenny
They
for it.
could. They're not taking Majin out, even though he's the second one that has the longest stand. He's the one that has the longest standing right now for Royals. They're not taking Majin out for a divisional.
No.
They're not taking the board out for a divisional, so it's probably going to be either Baby or they're double benching meta. But if they do double bench meta, he's in the entire season. Remember that?
No, not Meta. King Vegeta.
They
Double bench.
Yeah, they might do that actually. Well, I mean, probably no androids could also do double bench, but it's not like Cyber Talon's been bad.
No, he hasn't actually.
He hasn't been bad.
He's had
Yeah.
some good performances. So,
Doing
I think Royals
also-
have
it's
just
also
so
super-
much power.
It's also super too much.
Yeah, it's super too much of Vegeta. It's Deborah being like a little pest in everyone's backside and winning pretty much all of the lead matchups that he's been in this season, and usually escaping. And it's just it's prime Royals. So that's why I'm going with Royals. Zal?
Yeah, I am gonna go with Royals. There's just so much damage output. Mind you, 17 has incredible damage output too, but it's Majin Vegeta.
He feels like
and
it's on another
Deborah.
scale.
Yeah, and Deborah, and then if Baby or if whoever's in, yeah.
Hey, to be
I'm just
fair,
gonna vote Royals.
To be fair, you want characters to take out the board and Majin Vegeta, 16, 17 would probably be characters. Because 16 can be aggressive enough against Deborah, and 17, well, yeah, Power Body is not really that fun for him. He can stay in Majin Vegeta's face, and then blow him back with a 10k beat.
I don't get me wrong. I think androids can do it. I just think Royals have a
It's
higher
hard.
chance. Yeah.
And their characters are also more.
Yeah. 100%.
But
Mm.
with that being said, that's 3-0 to Royals, and that's our final prediction for the week. So, I want to thank everyone for watching and reaching this point in the video. It's been a long one, that's for sure. If you guys want to check out the links in the description below to the Discord, website, Twitter, and the TikTok. And if you want to make some comments down below, if there's anything we can
We
improve.
have a TikTok?
We have a
Yeah.
TikTok. This is Shorts
Jesus
get
Christ.
posted to it.
Cool.
there's a lot of the shorts get posted to it. I think all of them actually are.
And if you're not a fan of TikTok, there's YouTube Shorts as well. We put them on there. So, like I say, comment any improvements we can do, make the cast better. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I have been your host, Xmat, joined with my fantastic co-host, Destiny, and a fantastic, wonderful guest, coach of GT, Jero lover, Zal.
So long, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for watching. Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye.